With his full-time appointment imminent, Michael Carrick makes 3 changes to the United team that drew at Sunderland. There are Belgian goalkeepers at either end of the pitch, with Senna Lummens having made his mark in his first season here. Equalling the record for Premier League assists in a season, Joshua Zirkzee drops out of the starting lineup, with Brian and Burmo aiming to end an 11-match run without a goal. Among the substitutes, Tyrone Malacia is another player set to depart Old Trafford, and there are uncertain futures for Zirkzee and Manuel Ugarte too. With Nottingham Forest's Premier League status secure, Vitor Pereira looks to complete the season on a high. Matt Sells has been overlooked for the Belgian World Cup squad, despite appearing in qualifying. There's still no Murillo in the squad, but they are reverting to a back 4 after the draw against Newcastle, with Jair Cunha missing out. Morgan Gibbs-White makes his return after the horrific head injury he suffered in the win over Chelsea. Elliot Anderson is a potential United target in the summer. Meanwhile, Pereira once more starts Igor Jesus and Krishna together. Jesus has scored in each of their last 3 away games in the Premier League. Forest have used 4 goalkeepers this season. 3 of them are in the squad, with John Victor back after injury. Ibrahim Sangare and Zach Abbott are also available again.
done a fantastic job. I think from the very first minute, the games against obviously Manchester City and Arsenal in those first 2 games were absolutely astounding, really, the turnaround. I just don't know how it went from being so low in that sort of period before Michael came into the levels that they got to in those 2 matches, and then since then, maybe not reached the highs of those 2, but that would have been difficult anyway, but just being very consistent, getting over the line in games where they haven't played well, been a lot more together, a lot more energy. Bruno obviously the star of the season and sort of been the standout player, and maybe talk about him in a minute. But yeah, Michael Carrick stabilised the club, I think, on and off the pitch. I think on the pitch with the players, they're obviously a lot more comfortable in the system and the way in which they're being sort of coached. But off the pitch as well, the fans are obviously a lot happier. That comes with results, but also I think just generally they know Michael, they trust him, they respect him, and obviously I think just generally in the sort of staff of the club as well. It's been a turbulent couple of years. I think it's probably the best period the club's been in since Michael came in, and he deserves a lot of credit for that.
Casemiro is playing his last match at Old Trafford as a Manchester United player. Charlie, and then Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. Now, the amazing and say Casemiro won last match with Old Trafford as a Manchester United player. Charlie, Casemiro, you are by Manchester United, Charlie. A doors will be playing. You better feel Casemiro, Michael Carrick. A woman's season ended, but Manchester United the season ended. Ye Chelsea BB, ye Chelsea Bruno Fernandes assist record. Michael Carrick and create change via Botimo for players also must start in the stats. Now Bruno Fernandes in your assist net also 20 and then 90 win the match now for you. So Casemiro corner and then Yemen good farewell. The show Michael Carrick Yempe Colompala Bobia and Manchester United win and then Bruno Fernandes assist Charlie and then the Manchester United media airpen in there.